My manager crossed the line at work. My name is Emily, and this happened when I was 24 years old. After months of searching, I finally got a job at a well known company. My family was proud of me, especially my father. On my first day, I promised myself one thing: I'll work hard and make my parents proud. For the first few weeks, everything was perfect. My coworkers were kind, the office was modern, and I loved my job. Then I met my manager, David. At first, he seemed friendly. He often praised my work in front of everyone. Emily is one of our best employees. I thanked him politely, but slowly. His compliments changed. Instead of talking about my work, he started talking about my appearance. You look beautiful today. That dress looks amazing on you. You should wear this color more often. I felt uncomfortable, but I forced a smile. I didn't want to create problems. A few days later, he started calling me into his office for small things that could have been discussed by email. Sometimes he would sit too close. Sometimes he would ask questions that had nothing to do with work. Do you have a boyfriend? What do you do after work? Why don't we have dinner sometime? I always refused politely. I prefer to keep my work and personal life separate. His face changed. From that day, everything became difficult. He gave me impossible deadlines. He criticized my work in front of everyone. He rejected projects that he had previously approved. My coworkers started wondering why he was treating me differently. Every evening, I went home exhausted. I stopped smiling. I stopped talking during dinner. One night, my father noticed. He looked at me and asked, "Emily, is everything all right?" I tried to hide my tears, but I couldn't. I told him everything, every compliment, every uncomfortable conversation, every late night meeting request. When I finished, I expected him to tell me to quit. Instead, he calmly said, "You've done nothing wrong. If someone crosses professional boundaries, you should never feel guilty. We'll solve this the right way." The next morning, I started collecting evidence. I saved emails. I kept screenshots of messages. I wrote down dates and times whenever something inappropriate happened. A week later, David called me into his office again. He smiled and locked the door. "I've been very patient with you," he said. "If you cooperate with me, I can make sure you get promoted." I looked him straight in the eyes. Then I walked to the door, unlocked it, and left without saying another word. That afternoon, I submitted a formal complaint to Human Resources. I attached every email, every message, and every note I had saved. A few days later, HR called me for a meeting. To my surprise, with 3 other female employees were sitting in the room. Each of them had experienced the same behavior. One by one, they shared their stories. The investigation lasted 2 weeks. Security footage, emails, and witness statements confirmed everything. Finally, the company made its decision. David was dismissed for violating workplace policies. The announcement spread through the entire office. For the first time in months, everyone looked relieved. Several co-workers came to thank me. One woman quietly whispered, "I wanted to report him years ago, but I was too scared." I smiled and said, "You don't have to be afraid anymore." Months passed. The company introduced new workplace training and stronger reporting procedures to help employees feel safe. Life slowly returned to normal one afternoon. The CEO called me into his office. This time, I wasn't afraid. He smiled and handed me a certificate. "Emily, your professionalism and courage helped make this workplace better for everyone. We're promoting you to team leader." I couldn't believe it. That evening, I showed the certificate to my father. He smiled with tears in his eyes. I'm proud of your promotion, he said, but I'm even more proud that you respected yourself enough to speak up. At that moment, I realized something important. Success isn't just about getting a better job or a higher salary. Sometimes real success is having the courage to stand up for yourself and helping make things better for others. The end.